Have you ever pondered the significance of gender in your life? Have you ever considered the possibility that you might feel more at home in a space where gender doesn't dictate your every move? Ever wonder what life would be like if you could detach from the traditional norms of masculinity and femininity? Or perhaps you've entertained the idea of not being tied down to any gender at all. Maybe you've felt a connection to certain gender performances or cultures, yet not identified with a gender as a whole. Or have you ever found yourself relating to a particular gender in some aspects but not in others? Being a gender is not about absence of gender, but rather about the absence of a fixed gender identity. It's about not having a specific attachment or affinity towards any gender, or feeling completely detached from the concept of gender altogether. And a gender person can certainly have feminine or masculine feelings, can transition, undergo gender-affirming surgeries, and even experience gender dysphoria. But the core of being a gender is much more personal and intuitive. It's about how one relates to their own gender performance and how this relationship influences their instinctive reactions to others. For instance, consider an agender woman assigned male at birth, experiencing gender dysphoria and opting for medical transition. Unlike a transgender woman, she views these events as independent of each other rather than interconnected. The decisions and actions are seen as separate entities, each with its own unique cause and effect. Being a gender involves a complex relationship with gender on personal, social, and political levels. Agender people may experience significant fluidity and fluctuation in their internal gender. However, unlike individuals who identify as gender fluid or gender flux, they don't adhere to gender stereotypes. Agender individuals often approach their gender as something they experience rather than a role they're expected to perform. Their gender identity is not prescriptive, but descriptive, representing their unique way of communicating their identity to the world, free from labels. However, the world, in its constant pursuit of categorization, often tries to impose a belief system on this. For agender people, their identity is not about conforming to societal expectations, but about expressing their individuality. In conclusion, being a gender is a deeply personal and complex experience that differs greatly from individual to individual. It's about questioning, exploring, and ultimately understanding one's own relationship with gender. It's about breaking free from the confines of traditional gender norms and finding comfort in one's own unique identity. Remember, gender identity is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's a complex spectrum of experiences and identities, each as unique and valid as the other. And being a gender is just one of the many ways people experience and express their gender identities. So keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep being you.